Hey, what ho, y'all? How's it going? I hope that your Wednesday is going real well. Mine is going fantastic. I am really excited to be getting back into Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's been a week since we played last, and I am really looking forward to it. My name is Steve. As I said, we are following the adventures of Henry of Skalitz in Kingdom Come Deliverance. The first one, not the second. I am going to play the second, though. I just want to play through the first. Let's play. First. That's Carter. Good day. All right, we are looking for a stable boy named Veshik in hopes that he might be able to give us like some idea of how to handle that roan, which we have mounted maybe 3 or 4 times, and it has thrown us off 3 or 4 times. So we're going to hope that Veshik is somewhere around here. I don't think he's there. There's a bad guy there. In fact, it might not even be a bad idea to go visit that bad guy here. And maybe we'll find Veshik while we're out and about. Take a quick look at the character sheet here. Okay, we don't have any skills that we need to add buffs on. We are getting +1 on horsemanship from our stirrups, I think. And here, combat skills, 6 in defense, a 5 in warfare, and nearly a 4 in bow, and nearly a 6 in sword. Our nourishment is good, energy is good, health is good. We're in a great, what I think is a great situation to get into battle. We currently are in the little piggy state, meaning we're overnourished. But maybe by the time we get down there, we will have kind of worked that off. Is this the horse? Is this the roan? Yep, that's it. They said that Veshik was the stable boy, which would make me think he'd work like right around there, but maybe he goes into town, to get a drink or whatever. What's happening here? Please tell me I'm not gonna have to kill all these guys.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you.
Oh boy, are all that's left of him?
Lubos,
Yikes.
or all that's left of him.
Well, I guess we're not gonna have to.
Sacre. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
All right. Well, I guess we're here. We may as well ask. Who was Limpy Lubosh?
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He
Yeah,
kept
that was
company with all
gruesome,
sorts
wasn't
of
it?
vermin.
That
He was always
was
getting into some
really
kind of trouble.
unpleasant.
Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Come on. Okay. Did he have any cronies?
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Okay, where was he on the night Neuhoff was raided?
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhoff raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
I need to find out what the word kith means. Henry just asked if he had any kith or kin. And, you know, I know kin is like family, but I don't know what kith is. Do you know about anything suspicious?
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Okay, why did he limp?
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
All right, that's really all I've got, I think. When was the body found?
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Unless he was dead. Is this
Another
all
thing
that...
about Lubosh.
Have we asked all those questions? We have. All right. Maybe we could talk to some of these peasants. How about Mash?
God be with you.
Can you tell me anything about Lubosh, Mash?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course, ask away.
Thanks a lot, Mash. All right. Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on anyone.
Got an ad rolling up in a second here. Kith comes from the Old English something, which means kinfolk, neighbors, and also home, knowledge, and acquaintance. Definitions of kith, your friends and acquaintances, all his kith and kin. There you go! Educational. My stream is educational. Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
What was Lubosh doing on the day of the Neuhoff raid?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
Not a clue.
Who was Lubosh seeing?
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
The tavern seems like it would be a good place to ask questions.
That's all. Thank you.
All right, Mash, we appreciate it.
God be with you.
All right, who else do we have here? I think we've got to look for villagers Marouche that have names. Marsh and Marouche.
Greetings. What do you need?
Can you tell me anything about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhoff, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time, and then yesterday he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before.
Interesting.
Probably had a bad conscience.
Very interesting. Definitely going to talk to the priest. What was Lubosh doing during the day of the Neuhoff raid?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff
Excuse me,
was raided?
a little hiccup
I
there.
don't think he was home. I didn't see him all day.
Who did he meet with?
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
As far as I know, he had nobody at all in this world.
All right. Well, we do know the priest is someone we want to talk to. The priest is a person of
God
interest.
bless.
All right. Is there anybody else here who has a name? Archery master.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Oh, can you tell me anything about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre.
I feel
in
like he
Neuhof,
should be,
and
you
now
know,
a murder
flipping
here
up in
as
his
well.
wallet and showing off
Can I
his
ask you a few
badge there.
questions?
Sir Hanush gives a job like that to a young fellow like you? Well, what do I care? Ask.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered. What was he like?
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered. Lord knows how he made a living.
Maybe now I've got an idea or two. Oh, man. Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
I didn't see much of him lately, not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church, as it happens.
All right, someone else who saw him in church can confirm. What was Lubosh doing on the day of the Neuhof raid?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait. Are you saying he... Jesus.
Who was Lubosh seeing?
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kin. I never saw him with anyone.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Take care now.
I feel like we should have a badge. I really want to have a badge. Joseph, you've got a name, therefore we're talking to you. Can you tell me anything about Lubosh?
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Very defensive, Joseph. Who is this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man
By
Lubosh
you?
who was murdered. What was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Until I murdered him. Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, come to think
Is
of
this
it,
the
he was in
DLC?
church yesterday.
No, I don't think
He
so.
was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden.
Speaking of the DLC, though,
I suppose no
one of
sin's
them,
too dark
one of the
for God's
DLCs,
mercy.
you get a dog, and I want a dog. So as soon as we finish up this chore for Lady Stephanie, I'm gonna track down which DLC that is, and we're getting a dog. What was Lubosh doing on the day of the Neuhof raid?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village.
Oh!
He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder...
That didn't really help much. Who was Lubosh
Do you know
seeing?
anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
Okay,
That's all. Thank you.
so there was
Take care now.
someone that it was seen in town. Lumiere, you have a name? You're getting
God
questioned.
be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof. And now
This
a
sounds
murder
like the
here as well.
DLC Dead Men Tell
Can I
No
ask you a few
Tales.
questions?
I don't
know
think
anything
that it
about
is.
but ask all you want.
Who is this Lubosh who was murdered?
That man Lubosh who was murdered.
Have we talked to this guy
What was he
already?
like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you
Noticed anything suspicious?
recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday.
Yeah.
He was even talking to the
Okay.
priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too
No
dark
sin's
for
too
God's
dark
mercy.
for God's mercy.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
So that's two people who saw someone entering the village late at night that night.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
We may be ready to
God be with
go
you.
talk to the priest.
Oh.
Have we talked to everyone here? Pavel? You have a
God be
name,
with
you're
you.
getting questioned. I
I've
don't
come
think
in the
we're going
name
to
of
learn
Sir
much
Hanish of
else.
Lipa.
If Pavel doesn't
I'm
have
investigating
anything,
the massacre in Neuhof. and now a
we're
murder
going to
here
press
as well.
on.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk. He was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much. But I wouldn't wish an end like that on anyone.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
All right, last one.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend
And this
time
is
with?
gonna be
Relatives
nope.
or friends?
He was a loner.
Yeah.
He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
All right, I think we're done. Let's go find the church.
So I asked for a high price, and he says that's fine, and started counting out the coin there and then.
Just like that? What I heard about him, he's a right skinflint.
I'm listening to
did
some
Becca have to
village
say?
goss here.
She was pleased, as you can imagine. Even more when I told her Tonda.
All right, never mind. I'm tired of chatting with you all or any of that. So we want to find the priest who... Oh, I mean, we can ask questions of anyone in here? Man, that's a lot. Let's just go to the priest. There is a DLC right there. Oh, no, that's not a DLC. That is a fast travel point. Let's go there. We are still looking for Vashek, the stable boy. Who? Wait, who is this? Father...
Came from over here.
Wow, Father Godwin. How about that? Can I ask you a few questions about Lubosh?
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanosh is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious?
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's not a lot of help. What was Lubosh doing during the day of the Neuhof raid?
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I
Oh,
can't.
come on!
What? I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
There has to be some exception.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
I don't want to say this. We've already seen him with a sword. Let's go with this. You can't hurt him now.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church, if people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment.
No one escapes punishment.
Lubosh was my only lead.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Fair enough.
Thank you, Father.
Farewell.
That guy seems cool. He seems cool. All right. I mean, the scribe is right here. Maybe we visit the scribe and see about learning to read real quick. I mean, I don't know about real quick, but maybe we at least kind of get started with that. There we go. Is this a trader? Are you a trader? No.
Good day to you.
I'd like to learn to read.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
We can get started.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
I mean, I have the money, but I don't know that I want to do it immediately. Although, what would it hurt?
Here are your groschen.
50 isn't so
Then we may
bad.
as well start. No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart.
This is kind of neat. And I really like that he's learning to read.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
One day, a countryman going to the nest of his goose found there an egg all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was heavy as lead, and he was going to throw it away because he thought a trick had been played upon him. But he took it home on second thoughts and soon found to his delight that it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. As he grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get at once all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it, only to find nothing. All right, now is there a quiz, like a comprehension quiz?
God be with you.
This actually isn't a bad conversation to have. The Ushit's priest is no ordinary cleric.
Parish priest here in Ushit's. He's a peculiar sort of cleric. I noticed he's quite handy with a sword.
He is indeed. He's as hard as nails. More than once he's intervened in a brawl in the tavern and sat everyone on their asses. He's not to be taken lightly.
I doubt he acquired those skills at the seminary.
You know how it goes. The nobles send their youngest sons to study for the priesthood, and our parish priest has blue blood in him. He probably learned to fight at home before he went to university. That's how it goes with those aristocrats. But I heard something happened and he was roving the world for a while. I don't know what he got up to, though.
Huh. How interesting. I hope that we get to spend more time with the priest. All right, scribe, I'm ready. I read the book.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent! You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men.
Oh boy.
If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
Okay. Is this it? No, that's the one we just read. Where's the Latin one? Is he leading me to where the book is? Boy, we are getting sidetracked all over the place. Can we talk trade? Do we have anything to sell? Oh, that he just doesn't want to buy anything we have. Okay, I was freaking out for a minute. Like that we had nothing, but we have stuff. Okay. Well, where's this Latin book that he wants me to read? I must have just walked right by it. Ooh, how about a quick wash? There we go. Bailiff, I'd like to... Yeah, there we go. I'm going... Oh, it's closed. Oh, come on, man. Is he going to open back up? I think he is.
Damn.
So this was the book we just read. Yeah. I don't see this. Okay. Mightier than the sword. Read the Latin text. I have to... Oh, he gave me a page. Wine for Stephanie. Well, did he give me a page? I mean, it doesn't... Look at this Flemish cloth for $2.70. Jeepers, we gotta find someone who will buy that. All right, I am not seeing... the page that he gave me. Can I sit down and then will it maybe give me... All right. I'm sitting down, inventory. Light brigantine. That's what I'm wearing now. Milka, stop. Cut it out. I'm wearing this one. The quality is 0. I mean, that's not in good shape at all. I mean, is it in the codex? Events, society, characters. I mean, I don't get it. Did I need to buy it from him? Okay. I can't find this text. He's got a lot of books, but none of them are something about Latin. Skill book on reading. How good meat is brewed. All right. Just don't get it. I mean, this is yeah. I've gone back to that one now a dozen times. Wait. Oh, jeez. Guys, it's been a very, very long time since I studied Latin. Like 40 years. So a long ass time. Unsu es vire tam musu, ut non alqua. And I don't even think this is right. I think it's like messed up. Parte proceed. Libri muti. Yeah. No, that's not even spelled right. Okay. We're just going to go back to this guy and say, look, we read it or tried. I read the page.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
Tell us liver tam malice. No, it's not that. I think it's this.
Nullus est liber tam malus, ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well,
you can go and be ordained right away. I don't know that I want to do that.
Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Neat. I gained a new level in reading and I got a perk point. How cool. Let's freaking go. Education. All right. Colleague or in the flow. All books are cheaper in shops. That's a pretty good one right there. When reading, you will get tired and hungry twice. You know what? This is much better. Like heads and shoulders above that. Okay. Hey, we learned to read. That's neat. Okay. We were supposed to go and meet the parish priest in the tavern in the evening. What time is it? It's mid-afternoon. So let's go there, and then we'll just wait. You know, we'll let time pass.
Radishes, carrots, and apples that'll put a smile on your face.
Here, do you
What
want to
health
buy
to you?
anything that I have?
Farewell.
Because I don't really want to buy anything that you have. No, I'm not selling any of the things that I have to you. Good day. All right, so let's just...
I do. And how do you do it?
There.
How do you calm him down?
Satisfied?
I'm
I'll bring
good
it
to
right
him.
away.
Let's see here. I've been entrusted by the Lady of Talmberg.
Listen, Vashek. I've been entrusted by the Lady of Talmberg. I need you to help me understand how to calm down that roan.
Lady Stephanie?
Then you know her.
She's a good person. She even talked to me once.
I know her too, and she was nice to me as well. Will you help me with the roan?
You have to sing him his favorite
Sing
song.
him his favorite
And
song.
which one would that
Is it
be?
Hotel California?
Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair?
That's, interesting.
I know how it looks, but he likes it.
Thank you, Vashek.
I've come in the name
Let's
of
see,
Sahanis
just
of
in
Light.
case he
I'm
knows
investigating
something.
the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
All right. Notice
Have you
anything
noticed
suspicious?
anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday.
Yeah.
He was even talking to the priest. And went
I
to
actually
confession.
have an appointment
I
with
was
the priest
wondering what
tonight.
he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
What was Lubosh doing on the day of the Neuhof
You know what
raid?
Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Okay, last
Do you know
question.
anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to
According
sit
to
in
the
tavern
wiki,
next
be
to it
delicate
sometimes,
if you want
but
to
he never
succeed
said
with the
much.
priest. All right.
That's all.
We will try that. Next time you see the priest in the bar, put on full plate armor. Gosh, I don't have any.
ale, please.
The warhorse arm. Okay. I think we're done talking to Vashek.
God be with you.
Here, let's
One beer.
Oh, that's right. I can't quick save. All right. Is the priest here yet? Maybe he's inside. Yep, he is.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Okay. We'll just talk, I guess.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
They're dead.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rome.
This is not delicate.
Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch Bernard.
He did send him.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
This time they weren't exaggerating.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
I've noticed you're handy with a sword.
Noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Okay.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once,
I do kind of admire the priest for sticking to his guns here.
People stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed. They won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Then I've reached a dead end.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices.
And of course describing them in detail.
Tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house.
We have an ad rolling on in about 30 seconds or so here.
And I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison. And nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled
Historically,
on this
this
land to
was very
devour
heavy
every
stuff.
grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Okay. You want to preach against debauchery? I have a feeling that Henry would like to get in on some debauchery, if that was, possible.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
Okay. What do you think of Hus?
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
The teaching of Master Hus. Let's ask about
Where
that.
can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
What are folks saying about it?
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very
That
foundation.
is all true.
Well, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Enough about preaching.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. It's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Sure, why not? I'd say that's a good plan.
That sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
I got a new level in drinking. So Henry is going to be super hammered. Did Henry just swat her on the bum? Henry? I think that was 6 right there. And I imagine they're drinking something.
Enough of this.
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Wait, could I get a room here first?
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Oh boy.
Come on then, bailiff.
You're dead.
You wanna
Come and
fight?
get it.
Come and get it. Don't worry. I won't give you any trouble.
Yeah.
We'll just have a bit of a Get your penance now.
Here. Yeah, but.
You got one, boy.
Is that all right?
So, my dear, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on
Ring on the bell. Father Godwin is a very different kind of priest.
I'm sure. Right, Henry. Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? What's the step, my dears?
Uh-oh. What are we
Godwin,
doing?
you're a buffoon.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
Boy, I'm sure people are gonna love that at this hour of the night.
Ah, bloody oath.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
He's gonna pass out. Oh.
You old goat.
Come here.
Whoa.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
I think Henry's probably okay with this. Henry, you naughty, naughty boy. Is the priest dying at the sheep? It kind of sounds like he is.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin, you beast. Get up. Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards.
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, does he have to preach today? Is it Sunday?
Step on in my head. My guts. My poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive.
I've forgotten something.
What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
Really?
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose as Sir Ratzig's protege, you just came from studying in Prague, and you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look, from what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night.
A bit?
And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan.
It's flawless.
Flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
Okay. Deal. Come on, Henry, deal. Let's see here. All right, but I can't guarantee the result.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Do you have a hair of the dog potion? I don't know. No, I don't. Goodness. Let's see. Player buffs drunkenness. A state of spiritual well-being that only the drunk himself can appreciate. All right, up to the halfway point of the buff, your strength, speech, vitality, and charisma increase up to a maximum of +2. The closer you get to the halfway mark, the greater the bonus, but your conspicuous will also rise considerably. When you pass the halfway point of the buff, been there, the effect of drunkenness will change, which is also shown by the icon. Your strength, speech, vitality, and charisma will be penalized by 2 at most. I'm pretty sure that this is a penalty. Okay. Once you've digested all the alcohol you drank, your drunkenness will gradually fall. If you drank a lot, after the buff ends, you still face a hangover. The amount you can drink before suffering negative effects depends on your drinking skill. I did just get a skill in drinking. Okay, what do these do? The beer you get is 50% weaker, so you can drink more, but wine is twice as strong. Drinking habit. Under the influence of alcohol, your hand will shake 25% less, and your bow skill is higher by +2. No, I don't really want that either. All right, and this is the opposite of the beer one. I don't know. I feel like the beer one is probably a better one for me. So we'll get that. Do I have any others? Stats. Nope. Yep. Look at that. -2 down the road. Okay.
Come on then.
I should put clothes on. Goodness. All right, we'll put Bianca's ring on. What boots do we want to have? I wish I could order these by like type. We'll put on this kettle hat. It's in pretty good shape. It's in very good shape. Put on the light brigantine. What else? So those cumin riding boots are at 60. Suppose I better put these on. This is 42, and that goes under it. We don't want that. We'll put this male coif on. I mean, what else? Where are those van braces? Here we go. Do they go in the same spot as the gauntlets? No, you wear them both. Okay. Here, we'll put those on. What boots do we want to put on here? Those are 44, so not those. Let's put these on. Okay, for weapons, we'll put on shard and the heavy shield, as well as where's the villager's dogwood bow? And I guess the long distance arrows. What's my nourishment at? 77? Would it help if I had some food? There, we just had a little bread. I'm coming. I'm right behind you. I'm okay. I'm right behind you. I'll stop getting distracted. Reputation lost. Uh-oh. I guess I'm not gonna do a very good job.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pop.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Yeah, that's right, jerk.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabilis a manus suas.
I could make the potion. It might be a little too late for it.
Facite in meam commemorationem.
I think that I may be committed.
Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he
Oh
heard.
boy.
Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
I don't think this is gonna go well, Dust Carter. Okay. I guess we begin the sermon confident. Actually, let's start a modest sermon.
Brothers and sisters in Christ, I would like to talk to you about our Holy Mother Church and what iniquities it's declining into.
That boy has a cheek.
All right, that wasn't so bad.
One should not believe in the church, because the church is not God. God is above all things, and the church is but a means to salvation, which the prelates do not care to hear.
He's right.
Okay, continue modestly.
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
Talk about the sin of fornication. They like that.
They live with harlots and keep concubines, even though only marital intercourse for the purpose of procreation is pure. If someone takes a woman or man only to satisfy their own lust, who seduces them to do so but Satan? And how much darker the sin if that man is a servant of the church? Who can turn his face to God, who fornicates and then puts on priestly robes?
Nothing we don't know about already.
Okay, let's continue modestly.
Enough about
this.
Sin,
seems to be
the prelates
working.
Are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good Father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Okay, we're gonna stand up for Godwin.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honor to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
That was a fantastic sermon, Henry. Way to go. Okay, now get down, Henry. Or you're gonna throw up.
Considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that Hus.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
I think I rolled very well there.
Well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Yes, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So gluttony and fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well,
I
Lubosh
mean...
came to me shortly after
he had a
that.
pretty good time.
His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first, they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead.
You don't know if your grandmother's congregation would have been so
I need
kind.
to find the ones who are still
Yeah,
alive.
I haven't been in a
names
church
and
for a
places.
while, but I'm pretty sure that...
Did he mention any of the others?
That would not have gone over so
Only
well.
nicknames.
There.
Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko. Pius, Timmy.
Pious. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall, too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself.
I like Father Godwin a lot. I think he's cool.
And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Okay, now let's find that horse. Is it marked on the map here? Last I recall, it was just sort of like there. It doesn't look like they have a swordsmith or an armorsmith or anything like that. And I think we really need a miller to sell some of the things we have. Let's see if we can't find that horse first. What do I want to do here? I just go like down the road, I think. Yeah, we're not going to the tournament in Rattay. I wonder if the horse went back home. There's the inn. We're not going to the inn. And we're still drunk. Okay, Mocha, you need to move. Whoa! Is this Vashek?
Who's there? Mother of God! Can I do anything to help?
I think the horses were here. Oh no, they're not. They're way down here. And there is not a fast travel there. So let's get our horse. Can we just put a marker there? That might be easier. Yeah. There we go. Whoa. Pebbles, how's it going?
Are you looking for someone?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. We'll see ya.
Garlic that will cure all ailments, and onions that will make you cry when you cut them, and cry for joy when you taste them.
All right, so everyone, we're not going to tell Teresa about what happened here, okay? That is our secret. It's you guys, me, and Henry. And oh, there it is. Okay, hold on. Pebbles, wish me luck. All right, I need to sing to the horse.
So, boy, want me to sing? You're definitely the first horse I've ever serenaded. 2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair? Well, you still gonna throw me off?
All right. Now then, can I fast travel to Talmberg? Okay, you see an obstacle blocking the way. Let's scout it. I see someone over there in the woods.
I'll slay you, you scum!
Whoa.
You're dead.
Goddamn! I'll wring your neck. Gone weak at the knees.
Come here, lily liver!
This is tough.
Oh dear, did that hurt? Inside out! You'll get what for. Well, I'll slaughter you.
You call that
I'm not doing so well. 2 armored guys is tough. Is he surrendering? No, he's not. That guy is surrendering. Okay, he ran off.
Damn. You'll get what? Cunt.
That's language.
Is that all you got? Gone weaker than he. Come on then.
Uh-oh. That wasn't good.
God. Come and get it.
Do I have any more of that? Player. There we go. Marigold potion effect. We're going to let that run out, and then I'm going to take another one. Okay, where did that horse go? No, Pebbles, not you. Where's the other horse? Okay, let's go back south onto the road and hope that he's on the road somewhere. Phew, okay. Now, do we need to sing to him again?
So, boy, want me to sing?
Yeah, just sing to him again.
You're definitely the first horse I've ever serenaded. 2 horses come roaming in the merry month of May, to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to my maiden so fair? Well, you still gonna throw me off?
We're gonna hope not. Let's see if it'll take us all the way to Talmberg now. Phew, all right. I think that the stable is over here.
Lady Stephanie. Thank you, Henry.
Am I not on it anymore? I'm not. Okay. I think she is in here. How am I doing on... Oh, I'm fine. I need to rest, but... Nourishment is fine. I'm not really sure where we're supposed to meet her. How about right here?
Henry. God save. Can I help you with anything?
I brought the wine.
I brought the wine.
Wonderful, wonderful. No wedding is complete without good wine. Find somewhere here to put it down. I'll send for a servant to bring it later. I hope you had no problems acquiring it.
When I got to the merchant, my task had just begun.
Let's just say that when I got to the merchant, my task had only just begun.
But you were able to handle it. Thank you so much, Henry.
The crown?
I brought you the crown from the master engraver.
Oh, gained a level.
Henry, you are a gem. Look at that Moldavite. Isn't it wonderful? Sophie will look like an angel. So, what's next?
The roan.
I brought the roan, my lady.
That's wonderful. There weren't any problems with it, I hope.
Nothing serious. I don't think we need to tell her the whole story.
He's a little wild, but I was able to handle him in the end.
Well, that won't do. Sophie can't have some wild horse at her wedding starting a stampede.
If you sing to him, he calms down.
But I've learnt a trick. If you sing to him, he calms down.
You sang to a horse?
It's quite true, I'm afraid. I sang to a horse.
Well, then you'll have to sing something to me, too.
My lady, I don't know if I...
So I know how to calm down that roan. Go ahead, sing.
Two horses come roaming in the merry month of May to graze in the shade of the apple tree there. The first one is brown and the second is grey. Which shall I ride to, my maiden so fair?
Oh, how beautiful. I'm not surprised the horse calmed down after hearing
I'm
such
telling
a lovely
you,
voice.
She is 100% coming on to
What to do
Henry.
with the roan. But thank you, Henry.
How may I be of service?
What can I do for you, my lady?
Nothing. You've done enough. And now I'd like to reward you.
That's not necessary, my lady. You taking the time to see me is reward enough.
Come now, Henry. No need for such modesty. I appreciate everything you've done for me, as well as your company. And there's something I'd like to give you. This shirt was my father's. He was built very much like you. Broad shoulders, strong chest. It should fit you just right.
But I can't accept this. It's too valuable.
It's too valuable to be left to the mercy of moths. It doesn't fit my husband well, and I've no one else to give it to. What's more, if you were to leave us again, I'd like you to have something to remember me by, so you don't forget me.
I could never forget you, my lady.
Well then, won't you try it on at least?
What? Right now?
Why not? Don't worry, I won't look. I'll turn my back.
And what if your husband comes in?
He won't. Neither will anyone else.
All right.
All right, then.
Good luck, then.
I feel truly blessed to have you here. So long I yearned for young company. I really feel God heard my prayers and sent you to me.
I'm ready.
My, you do look handsome. As fine as any gentleman. When I was a little girl, there were always lots of other children around and young men and women of the court. It was so merry. I always hoped it would be like that when I was grown up too. But it was not God's plan.
You and Sir Divish had no children?
No. No, alas, we were not blessed. Twice I was with child, but they did not live. And now I fear there's no hope for me.
My lady.
All right, Henry, that might have been
Forgive me,
kind of,
my lady.
yeah.
I shouldn't have.
I don't mind.
Oh, goodness. Wow. This has been a good episode for Henry. Put on the shirt in front of Stephanie or leave. Okay. Well, where is she? I am a little nervous as to what that little icon down at the next to my health bar means, but we're gonna look. Your needs have been satisfied and it shows. You're feeling self-confident. Oh boy. Okay, vitality. We picked Marathon Man last time. Let me go. Balanced diet. What's that do? If you don't either overeat or go hungry for 5 consecutive days, you get a +1 bonus on vitality and agility. That's not bad. Human despin. You can dispel hunger with anything. You won't suffer from eating poisoned or spoiled food, but neither will you have any positive effect from it. Does not apply to alcohol. You know what? Well, let's try this. It said that, I mean, the quest said... Okay. Maybe it's an activity? No? Okay, so we do need to get game meat and take it to Johanka. Shirt from Stephanie. We'll just put that on under there. I think I might... Oh, there she is, too. Hold on. Oh, I can't talk to her. Hey, I kind of understand that she's maybe doesn't want to have a conversation right now. I do think I'm going to get some sleep. How's my nourishment doing? 88? I think we're okay. There, 12 hours. Yeah, we're skipping the tourney. We're not interested in that right now. All right, saved, full health. Wonder if that trader is still here. And if so, if he'd buy anything I have. There's a couple things that we should do here. Let me take a look at our quests. Okay. We could do a little hunting for Johanka. And like get some game meat for her. And then see what we could do for the monastery. Actually, I know what I want to do. I want to go back to Rete. And then maybe we'll see if we can help those two out. But I want to go back to Rete. Once we go to this trader. Here we go. What's up, Votava?
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Yes, let's trade.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Good luck then.
Okay. I want to sell. Now, is this X saying that this is that it's stolen or that it's just in bad shape? I was wearing that. Never mind, hold on. My bad. Okay, take two.
Can we trade?
We do not want to...
If you've got the coin.
Farewell.
Trade anything that I am wearing. I do wish that it marked what I was wearing. Oh, it does. Well, don't I feel a little dumb? Okay, we'll sell this. 136.3. Oh, we're gonna make... How much money does he... He has, like, nothing! You suck! Well, what do you have to sell? I mean, do you have anything worth buying? Rotten apple. No thanks. Yeah, I don't really want any of that. Okay. We are going to go back to Rete. There's Neuhof. And I want to go to the east of Rete. I was told there's a lot of herbs there that I should get. Oh boy. Can I run away? Let's try. All right, good. Clearly, okay, it's not likely. All right, let's see. Examine. All right, first off, before we, like, get hungry, we'll just have a little food.
I have no wish to trouble you, good man, but if you could help me.
Faint-hearted knight.
What is it then?
It's about this. I challenge you to a duel, sir.
What?
You heard? Don't try to wriggle out of it. Let's get to it.
What's this about?
I'm not in the habit of fighting to the death with fellows I meet by chance on the road. Tell me first what this is all about.
What's happening is I'm challenging you to a duel. You disgusting man. I spit in your face.
Eager, aren't you? Who are you, anyway?
I am Sir Oldbrum of Lossany.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Oldbrum. So, what are you after?
My mother sent me out to get some experience. She's obsessed with tales of chivalrous knights. In short, she sent me off looking for some virgin to save, and to win glory in combat. But I have to admit, I'm not very good at it.
Why not start with the damsel?
Look, dueling's all fine and dandy, but shouldn't you start with looking for that virgin? There's lots of pretty maids around these parts. One or two might still be virgins.
That never occurred to me.
Once you've done that, you might see this dueling differently.
True. If I'm fighting for the love of my life, my courage,
will know no bounds.
That's not quite what I had in mind, but so be it.
Thank you for your encouraging words.
Glad to be of service, sir.
Never mind. I'll wait here for someone else. I don't suppose it matters who chops my head off.
Wow. Let's continue to Rite. Sure. We can talk to a pilgrim.
There's nothing to it.
What's it about?
An offer you can't refuse. The finest goods at an incredible price.
Sure. It's stolen?
I don't know. Isn't it stolen or something?
I say, do you want to offend me?
No. It's just, you have to admit, it looks a little suspicious.
Indeed, suspiciously cheap. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with it.
All right, what do you got?
All right, show me what you're selling.
As you wish.
What is this? The third and last in the line of demonic dice. Sure. We're gonna haggle though. It's 5.9. See if we can't get it for like 5.3. Hey, wait. Or did I just accept it, or? Ah, well. There's my good horsey. All right. I wonder if we fast travel while we're on horseback. If it goes faster or whatever. Okay, so what I want to do is go east from here, and we should find some nettle and marigold. I know that marigold are orange. I don't know what nettle look like. That's sage. I did put in a mod, I should mention this, so that it doesn't go through the whole animation. It just does like that, you know, he just moves his hand and now I've got it. All right, I don't know if sage is going to be all that important, but we've got some. Let's continue east. All right, so that's sage. I don't know what those yellow flowers are. There we go. These are marigolds. I think. Yeah. And valerian. Okay. I don't think I've ever had valerian before, but we may as well pick some up. There is a lot of marigold out here. Whoa. Oh, it's cows. Okay. We'll just get a few more marigolds, maybe like 4 more. I'm watching, I don't know if you got my message. I'm watching Steven play, oh, cool. I'm watching him play BioShock Infinity. And that's been really neat. That's been really cool. I've really been enjoying that. His videos are very entertaining. All right, I was hoping that we might find nettle here. We're going to try going a little further east and see what we come up with. Moo! What about these purple flowers? Comfrey. Are these anything? No, they're just pretty. The pink ones are poppy. I know that there is there's an herbalism skill. I think it's this one. No. Hortsnip, is that it? No. It's leg day. Yeah, you do have to be level 10 for it, but picking herbs increases your strength. So I absolutely want to do that as soon as I'm able to. I'm only level 7 right now, though. All right, we'll go a little bit further east, but I don't want to go too much further. If we don't come across it pretty soon, I'll just I'll look it up on the internet and what is this? More valerian. Ooh, what do we have here? I don't know. Whatever it is, we can't take it. That's sage. Oh, those are bees. I don't want to go mess with the bees. And then here I am walking right by them. Boy, Pebbles just beams over when I whistle for the horse. All right, Pebbles. And Halcyon looks down upon you with scorn. How can you not jump over that? Oh. That is insanely frustrating. Here, we'll go down here a ways. All right, I don't see any nettle, which is a little bit frustrating. I had read something that said that there was plenty east of Rattay. It's not actually a mission. What I'm trying to do is harvest nettle, because you use nettle in making that marigold decoction. Okay, there's bandits there, but we don't want to go there right now. I want to go to the mill. So we'll fast travel there. I'm not sure if we'll be able to, if Teresa will be there. We'll have to see. Looks like so. Looks like she is.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
How did you manage to survive? I brought you something.
I've brought you something.
Jewelry. Silver ring. Confirm.
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? This must have cost you a fortune, but I like it very much.
I'm not going to tell her that
You really
I pulled it off a
mustn't bring me
decade.
any more gifts like that, or you'll spoil me.
What's that dog wandering around here?
What's that dog you have here? He looks familiar.
Don't you remember him? It's Mart, the butcher's dog from Skalitz.
Ah, of course. When I went back to bury my parents...
Am I still in
he was
Neuhof?
guarding his
No, I'm
master's
back in
dead
Rattay.
body. Faithful dog. How come he's here?
When we carted you here, we took Mutt along too. He's been hanging around the mill ever since.
How's he doing?
How's he doing?
A lot better now. I slipped him something good now and again when Uncle wasn't looking.
He won't starve to death then?
Is he obedient?
Does he obey you?
Me? Not much. He's got a mind of his own, and I'm just not strict enough.
Ah, spoilt then.
No, he just hasn't learned many commands. But he's well able to beg for a piece of meat.
What's the miller think about it?
What does the miller have to say about it?
He can't stand him.
How's that?
Every time he sees him, he starts shouting that he's a useless mouth to feed and that'll skin him.
Jesus.
And it didn't even soften his heart when Mutt brought a hare from the woods. He was happy to eat it, but it didn't change his mind.
I could have a word with him.
That would be a waste of time.
How long has he been with you?
More or less since we came here. He runs off now and again, but he always comes back. Sometimes I don't see
You
him
can
all day.
find nettles near the
I
archery
think he likes
range.
to go wandering.
So
Okay.
he's doing quite well then.
Yeah. I'd keep him, but he reminds me too much of Tinker, you know? I don't want to think about Skalitz. So I thought maybe you might take him with you?
Me?
I'm sure the two of you would get on great. He's a handsome fella and lovable. I'd be very happy if you had him.
But we never had a dog at the smithy. For carpenters.
In this day and age, I'm glad I can support myself.
Okay, let's see here. Does he not trade? How can I sell stolen goods?
What am I to do with these things I pilfer? No one will buy stolen goods from me.
Buying and selling stolen goods is a crime. But if they're worth something,
I can make sure they're properly cared for. That's what I was hoping
Not
for.
that I'd buy them from you, but I could store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something, and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the arrangement.
Sure, that sounds great. Sell stolen goods.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that. May the Lord watch over you.
What is this? A skill? Oh no, we're not. Or that. Actually, I don't know. I kind of don't want to sell any of those. I thought I had other stuff. Oh no, that's what he has. My bad. I have plenty. All right, so, I'm not wearing that right now. Here, let's go to armor. I'm not wearing that. How much does he have? He has 1,000. We're gonna sell some things. All right, I'm wearing that, but we'll sell this. Those composite gauntlets, we'll sell them. These dark riding boots, we will sell them. As well as the decorated riding boots and the dyed Bavarian gambeson. Maybe the fashionable black hose as well. We're wearing that, and that, and that. We can sell both of these mail coifs. This, and this padded one, and this padded one. Do we have 2 sets of spurs? We do. We have the cumin ones, and we have these. Well, we'll sell these. Plate. Okay, what are those? Piece of armor that protects the elbow. I think I have vambraces that do that, but I'm going to hold on to it just in case. Sell that, and... Oh, it's equipped. I like that it would not let me sell it. That's nice. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I want to sell there. Other. Here we go. Silver goblets. We'll sell both of them. Golden goblet. The Venetian glass chalice. Okay, I think that's it. Just gonna go through here real quick one more time. Do I not have those spurs on? I should put those spurs on. Okay. I need to remember to put the spurs on. And I think we sell these. We're definitely... I need to put that... I thought we were wearing that. Oh, we could put those on. We'll sell this. It's in terrible shape. Excuse me. Okay, near the archery range, also St. Nicholas's Church, along the building walls and outer walls. Okay. Okay. So basket and haggle.
Let's talk about the price.
Aye.
So we're currently getting 270. Let's see about getting 285.
Satisfied?
Close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it.
All right. How about 280? Meet in the middle.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Excellent. That's very good. Okay, where'd that dog go? It was right here. Hey, Mutt, come here. Come here, sport.
Hey, Mutt.
Arf.
Remember me? From Skalitz, remember? You want to go with me? Come on then. We'll get on like a house on fire. Follow me.
Okay, from this moment on, you have a canine companion. He's your best friend who will protect and help you, but you must take good care of him. You can talk to him and feed him, ideally with meat, give him commands, and reward him with praise. With the cursor, you can give him all sorts of commands, including heal. You have the new skill of Houndmaster. It determines how well your dog is trained and what commands you've taught him. You gain experience by using the commands and other interactions with your four-legged friend. In the Sidekicks tab, you can see the stats, the most important of which is obedience. It tells you whether your dog obeys you or not. Its level will keep falling with every injury and also if you neglect your dog for a long time. If obedience falls too low, your dog will stop heeding your commands. If it falls to 0, your dog will run off and it will take some time before he comes back to you. During that time, you won't be able to give him commands. The higher his obedience, the better stats the dog has. He will defend himself and you better, cause greater damage to foes, and it will take longer before he decides to run off again. You can improve your dog's obedience mainly by feeding and praising him, but doing it several times in succession over a short period is less effective than feeding and praising him regularly. All right. Okay, Mutt.
Good fella. That's my boy.
All right, now how about some food?
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
I do have some meat, I think. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at his stats. Sidekicks. Doggo. Sense of smell 15, obedience 63, current command is free. That is so neat. Oh, I forgot that my horse had all this stuff on him. Okay. No, the stab on that isn't great. Honestly, both of those weapons aren't great. Yeah, that short sword is kind of ass. We should sell all of this stuff. All right, but I do think that this is a pretty good time to go ahead and wrap up. I'll be back with more Kingdom Come Deliverance on Saturday. That'll be at 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 on the East Coast. And tomorrow night, we'll continue with Avowed at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 on the East Coast. But that is going to do it for now. Hey, if you stopped by and hung out with us today, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's Carter. Good to see you as always. And if you were watching the video on YouTube, I do really appreciate you watching it. There are so many videos on YouTube. I think that the dog just peed on the bench where Stephanie. There's so many good videos on YouTube that the fact that you watch mine is awful kind. And if you enjoyed it, I hope you'll drop a thumbs up. And I meant peed on the beach where Teresa is. That's what I meant. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go have dinner. You guys take care of yourselves. I will see you tomorrow evening. So long.